49ers won the Super Bowl, and the Los Angeles Lakers would repeat as NBA champs. But in that time, another legend was on top of the world, Mike Tyson. He was the undisputed heavyweight champion in 1988. And of course, he was married to a very beautiful, educated actress by the name of Robin Givens. The day was September 30th, 1988, that they both would appear on Barbara Walters' show, when Robin Givens would reveal something interesting.
I can't imagine that anyone could live with Mike Tyson and not recognize that there was a problem. Let me say this. I mean, there are times when Michael is manic and he's incredibly abusive. Not physically, verbally abusive. I can't imagine that anyone would live with Mike Tyson, the one that I know, the one that I see, and not recognize that there's a problem.
But the next thing that she would say was shocking.
There was no prenuptial agreement.
No. And why should there be? There's a certain sense of idealism that comes with being young that I wouldn't trade for anything in the world. We got married to be together forever.
I know you lying. Mike Tyson was convinced to never sign a prenup. And as we know, their marriage lasted about a year, but they were only together for about 3 months. And then she would end up taking $10 million away from Mike Tyson. But the story actually gets worse.
But before you both would be going to your lawyer's office as part of the divorce.
We gotta pause right there because that's a lot to take at a second. That's a lot to take. We gotta pause because it's finna get worse. All right.
Yeah, proceedings like same day you would be having.
Right before we go see the lawyers, yes.
You'd be having sex.
Yes.
And then one day you go over and.
And I guess Brad got there earlier than I did.
And you've heard it from Mike Tyson. He was still clapping Robin Givens' cheeks even during the divorce. And it's too bad Brad Pitt was clapping them a few hours before he got there. And that brings us to Travis Hunter. As we know, Travis Hunter went second pick in the 2025 draft.
That means she don't even care about that little cootie cat. She just giving that John to anybody, bro. She don't even care about that John, Scott, for real.
But he made a promise to Leanne Nene that as soon as he got into the NFL, he was going to get married. And that is exactly what he's about to do. He will be getting married this weekend to his fiancée, Leanne Nene. And the whole world is giving him congratulations. Let's look at this post. Congrats, Jaguars, to 22-year-old superstar wide receiver cornerback Travis Hunter. Plans on getting married to his 23-year-old fiancée Leanne Nene this weekend in Tennessee. There's nothing more special than true love. Then you had people in the comments that had a lot to say about this. This individual says, she was there from the beginning, all the tough times that led him to the league. This person says, I actually feel sorry for this dude, and I don't give a ish about anybody but myself. Sean says, true love, her girl digging ass already said she didn't like him and thought he was ugly until she found out he was a baller. That's not true love, that's gold digging.
That's crazy. That's what that is.
He's right, you know.
Freedom says, hopefully he makes her sign a prenup. Guy says, bro is about to lose the bag. Conservative Water says, wishing them both a lifetime of happiness. Love seeing young athletes finding their person and settling down early.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down.
Other individual goes, congratulations to the happy couple. Now, despite so many people warning Travis Hunter across the internet, I mean, there were so many. There was Bow Wow, there was Godfrey, there was Des Bryant. A whole bunch of people tried to warn him. And even Dr. Umar.
College football players, you have not even been through the NFL draft. You have no idea of the type of women you're going to meet whenever you get to whatever team that you're going to play for. He's still a child. You've only been in Boulder, Colorado, and you've been in Jackson, Mississippi. Why not give yourself some time to explore life before you just jump the hoop with this woman?
The reality is, everybody knew about Leanne Nene's infidelity and her mistreatment of Travis Hunter, and he stood by her, even doubled down on it, even when all of that came out last December. He was not fazed. The only thing that she did really was, delete her social media, but hey, he was still rocking with his girl. And now people have questions for Travis.
His ass is a goofy. He's a goofy. She laughing at you. Your ass is a go. You look weird,
And
bro.
the only thing that she did
You look
really
weird.
was, delete her social media.
You look crazy, bro. You making me mad, bro.
But hey, he was still rocking with his girl. And now people
You got her cracking up at your. You look crazy, gang. Come on, man.
have questions for Travis Hunter's mom.
What's up with these little spaghetti ass dreads you got in your hair, shorty? This fade hat top, Will Smith spaghetti dread, having that. What the fuck you got going on, shorty?
So they say congratulations to 22-year-old Travis Hunter.
Cloudy with a chance of hat top fade dread having ass.
Rihanna, Lynette, who are getting married this weekend in Tennessee. We talk so much about Jaden Daniels' mama being around him and being the third wheel. Travis Hunter, where the is your mom?
I happened to come across a lady who also has children that are athletes, and she had a very good perspective on this situation.
As a mother of boys.
Listen, man, and this is my 2 cents, cause I'm gonna say this. You feel me? When I was young, I joined the army at 17. When I was 17, there was this girl I was talking to, and she didn't want to talk to me until she found out I was in the army. Listen, that young lady ended up conceding. And when she conceded, after she expelled the essence that was inside her bowels, you feel me, 9 months later, you feel me, the relationship dissolved. If y'all pick up what I'm trying to put down, y'all understand that as time moved on, because it was a 4-year period from when I joined the army and we met to when everything dissolved, okay? In those 4 years, I did nothing but get bigger and better and look better. Bag got bigger. Everything was getting better for me. I was working hard. You feel me? Boom. This is my wishes were to wait until my YouTube channel popped off, because I was also working on my YouTube channel at the time. I was a young, hard-working man with dreams, goals, and ambition. I was working hard, but yet, this is what I'm going to add to it. My mother could have prevented a lot of things from happening, but she didn't put her foot in my back like she was supposed to, or she didn't care like she was supposed to, and it didn't lead me to success. You feel me? Not saying that this is all on her head, but my father passed away at 13, when I was 13. You feel me? I was born when my mother and father was 15, 14. Okay? So all my uncles and aunties, they were younger than my mother and my father. My father had one older sibling and probably like one older cousin, and he had one uncle. The rest of my uncles and them, my great uncles, they passed away. That's another story. My mama, she only had her older brother and her mama. You feel me? Everybody else on my daddy's side was way younger than him. Like 3-4 years younger than him. So if he was 15, 14, imagine how old they was. So I didn't have that guidance or that experience that I needed growing up. And then when I got old enough to understand the words that people were saying to me, my biggest stronghold onto this world ended up passing away. You feel me? And my mama ended up having 5 kids at 23. She had 5 kids at 23, 24. All right, that's enough for her business. Y'all need to be getting to. But boom, if I would have had like a strong like, you feel me, somebody pushing that like, hey, woo woo, or like a leader, a guy, somebody to beat her on photo grade, I wouldn't have went down the Travis Hunter path on bro grade. It's a dangerous path to go on. The Travis Hunter path is dangerous as hell. I didn't get married. The thing about it, I didn't want to get married, and I was real vocal and adamant about how I felt about conceding. I would rather wait, because I do want a lot of mini-me's. You feel me? But I wanted to be patient and wait till my channel popped off, and then I would. But I was young and naive. Y'all don't understand the mindset I got now, not the mindset I had a few years ago. Do your homework. Do your homework on growing and maturing and going through them dark days and them trenches, man. Y'all don't understand what that is. It don't matter if you're going through the trenches physically or mentally, folks. If you can get through that shit and understand why the world be trying to put his day problems on you, you will get through. You will get through a lot. You will win on first grade. But listen, man, do your homework on having strong support systems behind you. Not just strong support systems, but also smart support systems. You feel me? Bro don't got one. He don't got one. There's nobody in his ear telling him walk the bam, because somebody should be telling his ass that. Just like somebody should have told me. But listen, you're going to have to go through it so you can be better. And then you can end up being the one that teach the people. You feel me? That's the only direction you can go from here, folks.
Both athletes. Of course, not on the level of Travis Hunter, but athletes. Recognizable where we live. And as a mom,
she will not allow this goofy shit. I swear to God.
You just know.
You will not allow no goofy shit like that.
People will say it's jealousy. The mom's always got issues, yada, 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 with the girlfriends, etc., etc. But one thing that I have learned is sometimes they got to go through it, meaning your boys. They got to go through it.
Now she says this, hey, I have kids. None of my kids are on the level of Travis Hunter. But here's what I do know. Me talking about the situation, I see what it is, and I know what it is. But you know what? My sons are going to do whatever they want to do, and they're going to have to learn by themselves.
That's not, listen, that's not a smart thing to fucking do. I thought she was going to say, I'm going to step in and tell his ass what it is. His mama, oh my mama, his mama is one of those. Swear to God, his mama is one of those. His mama is one of those, because she just said something that one of those will say. Why the fuck would you let your son just go through it? Oh my goodness. Hey, as a man, if my son don't go through it young, I'ma show him. I'ma show him on my brother. And if he don't get it, folks, then that's on him. If he don't get it. But I'm not finna allow you to just be taken advantage of. You feel me? Like, I swear to God, you not finna just take advantage of my seed. You crazy as hell. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put you in a situation to where you get experience and you try to, and you can get the potential to understand. And if you then don't understand, then you must go through it to understand. But there's no way in hell going through it to understand is gonna be my first way of waking you up. No. That's the whole reason we are here for as parents. You see what I'm saying? There's no way in hell you finna just let somebody go through some shit when you can put them in a position to win. And if they therefore do not take that handout, or they cannot grasp it, take a good grasp on it, a strong grasp on it, then they must go through it, through the fire, to get a grasp on it. And if they don't get a grasp on it, then it was never meant to be. Then that's just life. Then let that be, bro. But at the end of the day, if you can prevent it, then you do it correctly as a leader, as a guide, as a parent. You feel me? As a good role model. You see what I'm saying? That's just thinking of a logical perspective. You feel me? And not just not from a perspective that lack leadership. You know what I'm saying? That lack leadership. That lack, what's the word? Bro, it just lack a lot of leadership in that. Like, you just lack leadership. It's like you lack guidance personally. Like, you don't know how to lead, or you don't know how to guide because you wasn't guided correctly or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we all gonna win, and you the head of the snake, you supposed to make sure we all in the right position to win. And if that person not working as hard as they supposed to be, then you gotta train them. You gotta put them through that training. Bro, ain't no way in hell you finna just let this wheel be fucked up and you not trying to help this wheel get stronger, you feel me? You just gonna cut the wheel loose and hopefully it come back a year later stronger. Like, that's not how it work, dummy. The wheel might be fucked up at the time it come back. Now if the wheel come back stronger, then that wheel was then I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, to get into this shit is
We've all been
crazy,
there,
bro.
and we've all had that situation, being in love with somebody and nobody could tell us nothing. I had a situation like that in my early 30s, so I know all about it, and people knew better to talk to me about it because I would have lashed out.
He said in his early 30s. In his early 30s. You allow when, bro, your early 30s. Oh my brother, ain't nowhere in hell you finna be sleep until your early 30s if you my kid, shorty. The thing about it, not everybody got the information to teach it. So if you lack the information as a leader to teach it to your offspring or to your or to the people that's supposed to be led by you, then they're just fucked. But that's an excuse. If you like the information, that's one thing. But if you got the information, like she said, she had the information, she knew it. Bro, at 30 years old, you shouldn't be going through that. Especially if somebody that care about you, that's taking care of you, know the information that you should be knowing. You see what I'm saying? At 30 years old, that's unacceptable. You should know that at teenage years, so you can be successful in your 20s and be prosperous. But as y'all don't understand, this is a whole different time. 2020s is different from 1980, 1970, on bro.
Unfortunately, now I understand how right they were, and they were doing it for my best interest. But as you know, when people are in your business, you want them to stay out your business. It is your life. Like, why are they worried about what you got going on? And the reality is, people are just trying to help, even though you might be ruining your own life. So Travis Hunter not signing a prenup and doing whatever he wants to do with Leanne and Lene, he's just going to have to do it the hard way, and hopefully it works out because the young man is in love. But why would Travis Hunter do this in the first place?
I knew that this girl has been with Travis a little bit before Jackson State, right? I think she's a little bit older than him. So she's been around. And if you know a little bit of Travis Hunter's story, which he has given to the public, you know his upbringing was kind of hard. And so he gravitated to the first person that made him feel the way he wanted to feel. And as humans, we know what that is. The connection and the attraction to someone who's finally paying attention to you, who you finally feel like's in your corner.
Bro, you the number 2 draft in the NFL combine. You was highly touted, highly scouted, and sought after in high school, and you not getting attention from what? Listen, this is what I can say. Travis Hunter, he don't know how to groom himself as a man, folk. Because if you look at his haircut and you look at his mannerisms, he don't got that masculinity factor to him. You know what I'm saying? So that is a whole different ball game. You feel me? Than not having that attention factor. So what she's saying, like, that shit is irrelevant as fuck. I swear to God, it's irrelevant as fuck. Because not being taught the masculinity, energy inside you, and you take form of that feminine energy, bro, you gonna be living life on autopilot, and you not gonna be achieving the shit that you should be achieving, and people gonna be looking at you crazy. You see what I'm saying? Therefore, you need to wake up and take hold and a grasp of everything that's going on around you. You feel me? Like, that's the masculinity, is aggressiveness. You aggressively trying to pursue goals. It's not taking advantage of people, but that's not the masculinity factor, even though that's the dark side of it. You need to be aggressive when you're pursuing goals. You feel me? You can't just be living on autopilot, because then you're going to be put in positions you don't want to be put in. You feel me? Somebody gonna put you in a position they need you to be put in, and they don't want you to change. They gonna want you to be stuck in that position so then they can succeed. You feel me? So you need to be awoken, and you need to wake up whoever you supposed to be leading. As a parent, you supposed to wake their ass up when they young, so they don't go through this shit when they 30. On funnel grade, be a fucking drill sergeant. Do your homework on drill sergeants. On funnel grade, do your homework on drill sergeants, man.
And that's what Lena provided for him.
Ain't no attention, none of that, bro. It's your mannerisms as a man that stopped you from becoming and getting a lot of stuff that you wanted to get. You could have had every female in the world, but your mannerisms and the way that you take care of yourself and your etiquette is what stopped you. For I ain't gonna front the move. Cause you the number one football player, bro. You supposed to be balling. On first grade, you supposed to be balling. On me, you supposed to be balling. You balling already, so why you not balling? Why you not living like that? It's because you was raised by your mama. On bro grade, do your homework on being raised by your mama, and do your homework on your mama not knowing the correct masculine energy to teach, and not knowing how to be the correct leader for you. She might be able to nurture you. You feel me? As a woman supposed to, she nurtured you, but she had to play too many roles. That's a lot for one person. Having the man trying to play the mother and the father, or having the woman trying to play the father and the mother, is not what we naturally supposed to be doing. So why should you be having kids back? They might have made the number one draft pick in the NFL. You feel me? That's a good thing. I'm not saying like it's all bad, but on funnel grade, y'all gonna take his weakness and throw it out there and make that motherfucker twerk. I said that in the other video. And this is his one weakness, for like his lack of knowledge, his lack of, you feel me, female knowledge, folks. And don't listen to her, folks, because she tweaking.
Now, the mother comes back to a very good point. You know, despite what we may think about Travis Hunter, we didn't grow up with Travis Hunter. His dad wasn't really there. You know, the family had to move from Florida to Georgia, and at least in his adult life, what he sees is, oh, Leanna Lene has been there with me when I was hurt at Jackson. They say, you know, when I was trying to get into college, you know, she's been there. She's what I wanted physically. She's what I wanted to be with. And so she...
You feel me? And like, as a man that's in the NFL, like that's a top high school recruit, you supposed to feel like you naturally attract women like this. But apparently, when he was talking to the females, this is what y'all don't know. For some FYI, secret information. When he was talking to the women, even though he was the number one football player in the country, he wasn't bagging none of them. He was a little too goofy, a little too giggly, a little too bubbly, a little too chipper. He was like, he was acting like Tweety Bird around the females. You feel me? He was acting like Tweety Bird. Gang, when he met her, she didn't care about none of the other stuff. She was like, you a number one football player in the country? Oh, let me ride this out. She ain't care about your mannerisms, because she can go find the guy with the right mannerisms on the side, take care of her needs, and come back to you like ain't nothing ever happened. Bro, and whenever you don't satisfy the area you don't satisfy in, she gonna find that somewhere else. But she know ain't nobody finna be this number one NFL player, this number one draft pick, this number one highly scouted player bro. So guess what? She rolled it out. She got what she needed on the side. And the stuff that you are irreplaceable for, that's why she kept you around on bro grade. And that's why she treated you like that, even though you're not really the female type of guy. For like, you just not really that attractive to females. You're not really the masculine energy that I'll be like, damn, folk, on first grade, that's some competition against the females. Like, I'll look at you like, bro, I'll take your girl right here in front of you on front of grade. That's how you coming, bro. That's how you coming. You know what I'm saying? So boom, letting it be known like that. He just ain't really he ain't had the je ne sais quoi with the females, or the je ne sais quoi with the masculine etiquette. And and listen, bro, I am a victim of this also. So that's why I know so much about it, bro. I'm a victim of this also. You feel me? A lot of the achievements we supposed to have, and a lot of the badges we supposed to have, you feel me? The personality badges we supposed to have, and you feel me? We don't have them. And then we go through life on autopilot, and it's like, damn, we could have achieved a lot more. We could have did a lot more with what we had. But hey, we settled for less. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you got so attached to this little thing. That motherfucker probably busting the first time you touched it. Hey, it be like that though, but guess what? That's not the only one that's busting. So go ahead and take your pick, big homie, cause you the man. But you gotta act like the man too. That's why you need them badges. That's why you need that experience passed down. That's why you need somebody in your ear. Not just anybody, but the right person in your ear. You feel me? You need you a good leader, a great leader. You can't just have anybody in your ear. Nurturing not just enough. You feel me? You need that nature. Somebody that's gonna force that nature upon you. You see what I'm saying? Breathe that nature on you. You see what I'm saying?
He makes me feel
That's what the man for. Breathe that nature on your offspring. For you gotta pass that nature down too.
Could not,
that's why you gotta be a man and raise your kids, for. Or at least be around.
So
be around and show them what it is.
Out there that are talking about me and disrespecting me, like, yeah, I know that she cheated, but that really doesn't matter because it doesn't replace that this person has been there for me when I needed her. And sometimes people will look at that as a replacement for infidelity. I mean, I know a dude right now, man, and his girl got...
Listen, man. Listen, man. That's some sucker ass shit to say. I'm gonna just call it out. That's some. I'm player hating, but that's some sucker ass shit to say. I don't get no fuck. On first grade, that's some sucker ass shit to say, brother.
Got clapped by a few dudes. Story time music. Listen, man, I got a homeboy, man. Let's just say his name is Lil Dwayne. Okay, Lil Dwayne had a Mexican baby mama, and I had another homeboy named D, and you know, it's shady how it worked. Actually, sad music is actually shady how it all turned out. My homeboy, let's call him like Dwayne, and Lil D was somebody different. You know, he had a baby mama, and while we was playing Madden, my other homeboy would just walk upstairs, and you know, he wouldn't even be understanding like, yo, I'm about to go to the bathroom, and he would go upstairs, and while we're all playing Madden, he would go up there and literally clap his baby mama. I mean, my friend Dwayne would give him, you know, like I said, give her money. She would turn back and give it around to Lil D and everything like that. Call him crying like, sad music, yo, Lil D, I'm trying to get back into school for you. I'm trying to do all this for you. I mean, literally, like, and the whole hood know about it, but my homeboy is not gonna leave her, even though she did that, because they got so much history. They've been together since they was 18, and when his mom died or grandma died or something, she always been there, and they just had another young kid. Like, last time I was in Sacramento, the kid got to be like 4 or 5 now, and he ain't going nowhere. They've been together for almost like 20 or 25 years, and we look at it as, man, that's crazy. You can find somebody else. And especially somebody like Travis Hunter, he could definitely get somebody else. But
you see what I'm saying, bro? He just don't got them badges though, man. That nature wasn't bred up in him, bro. It wasn't passed down to him from a kin, bro. It got to be passed down to you, man.
He wants this chick, and it's nothing.
See, the thing about why dudes be having this docile mindset is because they be raised by their mama, and their mama need to find a guy with a docile mindset like this. So they end up being in a house with a man with the same mindset that's detrimental to the survival of man. You see what I'm saying? Like, so now you in a position to be a king, but you got the mindset of a peasant. You see what I'm saying? It's like, man, this mindset is detrimental, and females be finding guys with this mindset, and that mindset get nurtured onto your kid, get nature. Like, the man, he ends up passing down that nature to your kids. And that's not a good thing, man. You want your kids to be thriving. You want them to have them badges that they need to be equipped with, so they don't go through situations like this. Cause bro, you could have treated her like you was Blueface. Bust down Tatiana. You could have had 10 of those. Bro, you could have been Muslim and had 10 wives. She could have been one of them if you really like her like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying this to make it seem like being this, that, and the third is good, but it's like, be aware of who you with. You feel me? Cause like, honestly, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, folk, hey, all power to them, folk. I can't say nothing about them. You feel me? Allah be the judgment of them. You feel me? But they went through their situations, but you know Beyonce still respect Jay on first grade. She ain't putting him on blast like this. But what's her name? Jada Pinkett put Will Smith on blast, because guess what? She feel just like she do. She gonna get that bag regardless, folks. She getting that bag regardless, folks.
Thing that you can say to my homeboy to make you leave that girl. And there is nothing that will make Travis Hunter leave Leanna Lene. But when she take his ass for everything he got, or half his money, because the boy is not signing a prenup, okay? She's won. She got him exactly where she wanted him. The brother hasn't even played an NFL down. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't done any of that stuff. And she knows that if he is able to, like, push this off for a year or two, she's most likely going to be gone. So she's smart. She wants to get married and all of that stuff before he even played his first game before.
And that's all it takes, bro. That's all it takes, bro. It's a year or two. Everything could be different.
Before he even gets to the Pro Bowl, before he gets to the Super Bowl. Because if he can do that, she's in there to win it. All right? It's not going to matter that she was booty clapping with all these dudes. She was getting ran through. She was a 304. That doesn't matter because she won in the end. And as much as we want to protect this guy, he going to have to learn the hard way. So, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Dude Jackson, back at it.
Oh, man.